Yes, yep, and yes indeed, and welcome to race 3 of the Graveyard Sprint Series, the King of Dragon Trail. We start with Contagious Cam rolling off the line, down the hill, into the hairpin left of turn 1. This is the reverse layout of Dragon Trail Seaside as they all come in tight together into the pinch point. Little bit of rubbing between Con and Contagious coming around turn 1 as they all run hot down towards the chicane of death for the first time. 3, 4 wide down the straight. Now this chicane is the test every lap. You have to be absolutely on the edge as you pack in 3. Con and Troy side by side, slows up the rest of the pack behind as they come through the chicane of death. Ravana goes out wide to the left, contact with the wall as Norm in daylight already speeding away from the rest of the pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers all driving on the same nickel as they all come around the second hairpin. For the first time of asking, 4-lap sprint, 1 mandatory pit stop. Contagious in second, Rick Reed in third, Ravana in fourth. Con and Slayer almost going side by side, coming into the fast S's. Zambe in the Kit Kat Hurasan in 7th. Jonesy in 8th. As Ravana gets the fast S's wrong, Slayer capitalizes. Con gets it wrong as well. The wall ejects him back out onto the track. Not a lot he could do there once he lost his road to the left as they all come around now. Ravana serves a little bit of penalty. Jonesy shuts the door in Ravana's face. Zambe in 5th is chasing Slayer in 4th. Norm, Contagious and Rick the front 3 as they come into the chicane for the end of lap 1. With 3 laps to go. Slayer gets the exit wrong on the second to last turn. That lets Zambe through into 4th. And no pit stops as of yet. Will anybody come in? Jonesy comes in for his pit stop. Unfortunately disqualified from the series for never taking tyres. Con in 8th, he's pit as well at the back. So we see the rest of the train quite spread out, quite settled down on lap 2 as they approach the chicane of death for the second time. Contagious gets through cleanly, Rick gets through cleanly. Norm, Zambe almost hits the wall, so does Slayer. Ravana a little bit wider. Troy comes through a little slower in 7th. And Norm leads us into the fast set of S's with Contagious gaining a little bit of ground on Rick. Slayer with Zambe in his sights. Ravana rolling through in 6th, Troy in 7th, Jonesy having served his pit stop already, and Con in 8th and 9th. As we take in a relatively calm lap at all. Well, commentator's curse again there as Zambe made some kind of mistake, causing Slayer to have to slam the brakes on and bin it. Stewards will have to have a look at that as we come around for the halfway point in race 3 of the King of Dragon Trail series, Graveyard Series 3, running from midnight every Friday night. It's Ravana and Slayer battling through the chicanes. Norm comes in for his pits in a fresh set of socks. So does Rick. So does Contagious. So does DanZambe. So does Slayer. So does Ravana. Troy stays out. And this is the drivers coming around after their pit stops on lap 3, approaching the chicane of death. Everybody's sliding through. Slayer and Con side by side. Contact. Probably bad decision making there from both drivers as we move on. Norm still in the lead. Rick, Troy and Jonesy battling side by side, coming up the hill into the fast set of S's. Troy's got the inside line. Jonesy in the Lexus comes around the outside. Smart move from Troy. As we see the big sweeping shot through the S's on lap 3. Contagious right up behind Troy. Looks up the inside into the sharp left. Gets the move made into 4th position. Troy doing the best he can to stay in that slipstream as they come into the final chicane for the 2nd last time. Contagious a little bit wide. Runs it very wide. Can contact with Troy on the rejoin. Very unfortunate. Just couldn't quite control it on the re-entry. Moving on. DanZambe in 7th, Con in 7th, Slayer in 8th and 9th. 1 lap to go. Troy serves his pit stop. Norm absolutely outclassing everybody again. Rick Reed in 2nd, with quite a gap to Jonesy now after that mistake from Contagious. Rick flies through the chicane. Jonesy rolls the dice, holds his breath. Contagious and Zambe, with Con just within reach. Ravana and Slayer battling through the chicane as well. As we come down into the slow left-hander with the sharpen at the end. And it's Norm from Rick, from Jonesy, from Contagious, from Zambe, from Con, from Ravana, from Slayer, from Troy, as Ravana and Slayer almost going side by side up and over the hill. The tension rises as the drivers run home. Ravana and Slayer on the heels of Con after a slow exit from the fast S's. Ravana takes the dive up the inside. Con sees it coming. Ravana runs way too hot. Troy in 9th. Ravana rejoins. He's got plenty of time on Troy. Slayer's in 7th on the heels of Con. As we all come down into the final chicane, Norm miles ahead takes the win and the 10 points in the series. Rick Reen come in 2nd with 8 points on the board. Jonesy running the DQ, forgetting to take tyres. So Contagious takes the final spot on the podium with 7 points. Zambe with 6 points. Con with 5 points. Slayer with 4 points. Ravana and Troy rounding out the rest of the pack. So there you see the results and the series standings in the brackets. Norm's on 23. Rick and Contagious on 19 and Con on 18 as we head into race 4, which is Gardens 2, which is Gardens Reverse. We'll see you next time.